I'm static, roaming through your radio, interference to the signal, disturbance to your favorite show. I'm panic, playing back in stereo. I was stranded by the ripple of this broken speaker cone.
This is the Pigeonhole. Gosh, that music hypes me up every time. If you guys don't know how this show works, you send your stuff into the Styles Rubber Radio Discord, and then once a month I will put them out on the air, even if it's the most absurd stuff that you've ever heard before, if it's like a tweet or, an X post, or if it's an Instagram post, if it's some crazy political opinion, if it's something deeply filled, whatever. Put it on there, and I'm going to put it on the air. And let's see if I try not to get canceled on this. Like a couple of, let's say, since Israel bought YouTube, 2 people have been banned from it. Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, they're not allowed on YouTube anymore. So what's that say, huh? That's kind of weird. I'm just going to say that there. I'm not saying I'm a supporter of them. I'm just saying I'm not a big fan of censorship. That's just me, though. But, Google is owned by a couple of corporate corrupt people wearing funny hats and long hair. And, I'm just going to leave it at that, But this is a show where I try to get, whatever happens, happens. I'm not in Ohio right now. I'm not in Arizona. I'm in the dungeons of Tennessee. So I'm sorry if the audio and, stuff isn't as clear as it is. But like I said, I'm in the dungeons. So, yeah, you submit your stuff to the Discord page, Styles Rebel Radio Discord. And then let's see how things go. The last 2 episodes were great. The Styles Rebelthon. There was a 12-hour Rebelthon that we did. Just check it out. It's great. Just check it out on the Styles Rebel Radio page. The app. We have an app now, WSR app. Just check it out. It's really cool. We gave away some free stuff there. When we have these things, we give you stuff. And this isn't some bullshit like, no, you got to sign up a subscription or whatever. No, we just send it to you. Just send us your address and we'll dox you to the entire world and then we'll send it to you. That's the thing. No, I'm just kidding. We won't do that. Not in this economy, mommy. What did I just read? What? Okay, so let's get into it. First post was sent by Style. And this is, here's the tweet. Is it still called tweets on X? Will people say, like, here's the tweet? Is that a thing? I don't know what song this is supposed to be. And Style's probably going to kill me for this. But it's, hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over my Dragula. Style. He's going to be so mad at me. Hey, diddle diddle. I have no... I don't understand that one. Speaking of songs, if you guys have never heard the greatest song in the world, Teddy Bear, look it up. It's a great song. It's about a kid that's crippled, and he's talking to truckers. So look it up. Just look up the song Teddy Bear on Spotify, Apple Music if you're a psychopath, like some members of the WSRR crew. And just do it, A little more energetic this time, We're in the beer months right now. September beer, October beer, November beer, December beer, the greatest months of the year, in my opinion. Summer's nice, too dang hot. Too dang hot for me. I'm trying to be dripped out, man. I'm trying to have, as black people say it, I'm trying to have that shit on. That's what I'm saying, I'm trying to have it on, And in the fall months where it's nice and cool, you can do that, man. You can just do it. You can have it on. I'm trying to say. Next post is by Style, and it's an affordable house that he sent me on Indeed, and it's a $100,000 house for those of you that are interested in Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's where all the Spartans are. It's South Carolina, and just take a look at the photo. It's a pretty nice house. The only issue of it is that it's got a big hole in the left side of it because a tree fell on it. And it's a 4-bed, 4-bath, 3,595 square feet. I think it's a pretty good deal. I'd make that deal. Would you make that deal? I'd make that deal. That's a good one. Told my wife that reference today at where were we? Costco. We were at Costco today, and I said, We'll make that deal. I'll make that deal. You make that deal. She didn't understand it. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. That's all I gotta say. Talk about that stuff. Oh, man. It's an alright movie. I think since the great noticing of the internet, that movie has kind of gone downhill, if you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what the great noticing is, or the great awakening, oh boy, you're in for something. If you're listening to this in your car, or if you're working on something, or if you're just listening just to listen, sitting down, smoking a cigar, having a pipe, cigarette, a coffee, cappuccino, just look up the great noticing. Don't look it up on Google. I don't know if Google will have it. Look it up on like Reddit. I think that'll have the great noticing. It's a thing going on right now in the United States. I think around the world too, but mainly in the United States via social media. The great noticing. Next post is by Style. If you don't like Bush, you literally don't deserve to fuck. Next comment is, he invaded Iraq? Oh. Yo. I think people are getting too, this is an honest opinion, I think people are getting too comfortable on the internet. They've been comfortable on the internet for a while. I mean, people literally watch porn and people post porn all the time. That's the epitome of becoming too comfortable on the internet, is just showing your entire self and worshiping your distorted image of your beauty. But that's just me. And the whole Bush thing, there's a lot of like 14-year-olds right now, probably I'm guessing 12 to 16-year-olds right now, that in the back of their head, that's all their search history is, just Bush. Not George W either. And that's it goes from MILFs and then to Bush. And what's the next step after this? Who knows? But it's not going down a good path. Just gonna say that, guys, don't watch porn. Why don't you just have some self-control and love women? Really, honestly, that's just me. And love the life that is able to be provided through the gifts that are given to you. But anyway, that's a little side note there. Again, we're in the beer months. Things happen. Next post is by Style. This was after episode 48 was released on the Spotify. It's a text. I think it is text feed. Hey, man, there's an active shooter on campus right now. Don't deliver the food. Oh, it's to a DoorDash order, an Uber Eats order. Hey, man, there's an active shooter on campus. Don't deliver the food. And he said, send me your address. I'll make sure it gets to you. Hey, what a gangster. Send me your... Dude, bro was on a quest. Bro said, hey, there's a shooter. I'm going to throw in I'm going to throw in a $5. Why don't DoorDash dive? Dude, if you want some good reviews on DoorDash, throw in like $1 with your $1, $2 with your delivery. Just give me money. It's a good idea. That's all I got to say. Next post is also by Style, and it's I'm absolutely losing it. And this is a Little Caesars photo. Oh, it's a Yelp review. 5 stars. Stopped in a Little Caesars just trying to get a $6 pizza and ended up in a full-on action movie, not full moon. Just as I grab my order, this furious dude barges in yelling about how I cut him off in traffic earlier. Before I could even respond, he throws a punch, and then out of nowhere, the guy behind the counter jumps over it like he's been waiting for this moment his whole life. And he just beats the living hell out of this guy. The guy ran off, and the cashier just dusted himself off. I said, are you okay, man? And he looks at me dead in the eye, and he says, bitch, this is Little Caesars. We're always hot and ready. Amen. I think people hate on Little Caesars too much. I think they do. I think it comes to a point and a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on this. A lot of pizza just tastes the same. You know, a lot of food just tastes the same when you get down to the nitty gritty of it. It's kind of like teriyaki chicken. It's really good at first. You really, you crave that teriyaki chicken, and then after like 10 bites, you're like, eh. This is kind of eh. I don't know if that's just me, but pizza, I kind of feel that same way. To be fair, I've never had deep dish Chicago, but I bet I would love that. Even though, born and raised near Cleveland, never had a Chicago pizza. Never a big pizza guy growing up, Not a lot of pizza time in my house. A lot of Spider-Man action going on. No pizza time. A lot of Spider-Man. Just roaming around the neighborhood, just snatching people up. People come up to me and they're like, hey, man, trying to go to the bar this weekend? I can't. Damn Spider-Man are out. They're going to snag you up. What are you going to do about them? Hunt them? So I go down to my bar. I go to the guy, the old grizzly bartender, who's a goon, one of the old henchmen, one of them Spider-Man goons. Hey, boss, I heard you've been trying to hunt this guy. I said, I've been trying to hunt a bunch of them. You want a tip from me, son? Don't go to Central Park. That's where they all are. That's where they breed. Where them Spider-Men breed. They got me once. I ain't never recovered. Okay. Side note, next one's from Style. This is an Instagram comment feed. Bulgaria commented on something. Draw me next, bro. And Seb Draw Thing said, bro, you're literally the official account of an entire country. And Bulgaria goes, please. Guy goes, okay. Okay. How would you draw Bulgaria? I don't know much about Bulgaria. But I know that they're kind of in that Eastern European range. They got them like white and blue teacups with those plates. They're drinking whatever out of there. Drinking whiskey out of there. Tea, of course, out of there. I feel like they read a lot of books. Depressing books, I think, a lot of times. I feel like the dads don't have any facial hair. And if they do, they're scraggly. Surprisingly fit, a lot of them. It's my impression of Bulgaria. If you're Bulgarian, let me know. I feel like you guys wear a lot of tennis shoes. Like just normal. I'm not saying like fancy like Jordans or anything, just like Nike shoes. That's just me. Just pants, I feel like Bulgarians don't wear shorts. Just pants. Okay. Next post. Oh, a cat has entered the room. Next post. It's a photo of John Cena. And it's this pic goes so freaking hard from wrestling pics and clips. It's him in front of a Cadillac with his wrestling belt with the "You can't see me." After seeing the person that John Cena is today, you would think that these pics are AI. Like, it's insane that the dude never walks out of a house without a tailored suit to be a platinum selling rapper. That's true. Celebrities always have their little fits that they gotta rock. And I'm just gonna say this loud and clear to the whole world. Celebrity game shows are the most dystopian thing ever. And if you watch them, I'm surprised that you aren't awoken to it. And you're just watching these celebrities play for quote-unquote charities, when in reality, they're probably not. And it's interesting to think that you're looking at these celebrities, and most of them probably have participated in a child sacrifice. Just going to say that clear as day. And they probably worship the demon Moloch and Baal. And people just watch them and they're like, they're so funny, they're so quirky, they have their own quirks. Yeah, because all they care about is power and nothing else. When you get to that level of money, and when you get to that level of power, that's all you care about. You don't care about your faith, family, and friends. Those are the 3 F's that you get rid of whenever you become a certain level of famous. That's just a little side note from me. On another side note, if you guys have never read the Red Rising series, read it. Really good. Pierce Brown, amazing author, really exposes the elite. Next post is by Style. And it's, I just stole my son's Xbox for Flarp. And I feel like a piece of shit. No, you don't. From r/Flarp addiction. Now, this is a feed I can get on. Don't you guys love it when I go from talking trash about the elite and immediately into Flarp? Isn't this funny how the world works? Isn't this funny how quickly the Gen Z attention span goes? How you just brush past one thing into another? There's the great noticing in the world. And they're like, you know what? These certain people rule the world, and these certain people of power rule the world. And I hate them I don't like this. The world is waking up. They're waking up to this big corruption. Okay, what are we going to do about it? What's the world going to do about it? Just going to say that. You know? That's the next question. People don't really think that far. They're just like, yeah, I hate these people. I don't like them. You know, they're the problem with the world. Okay. Someone's got to be in power. The people? Sure. But who? It always goes up. It always goes up to a person in the world with the power. You know? Next post is a shirt. It says, I'm not white, but I'm not lose my mind about Billy Strings white. What kind of shirt is that, man? Is this guy wearing a mask in public too? I don't think, yeah. And Style says, I am. Yeah, I am. Billy Strings is good, man. He's coming to Nashville on February 20th, for those of you that are around the Nashville area. If you want to go to see a Billy Strings concert with me, check it out. Billy Strings, you know, Billy Strings pretty good. Pretty good. 3 years ago, guys, Dwayne Johnson tweeted this banger, and I just want you guys to remember it. Rest in peace to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, a great woman who sat on the throne as long as my app blocker just came. What the? Okay, we're gonna do some live. Yes, guys, I have app blockers because I'm trying not to be a screenaholic, a doom scroller, or as a lot of people are in modern America, goon scrollers. I'm just gonna say, are you a goon scroller? We need a goon scroller hotline. Styles Over Radio is gonna start that. The goon scrolling hotline. If you have a problem with goon scrolling, 216-859-8699. Again, 216-859-8699. If you're goon scrolling and you know you have a problem with it, just text that number. We'll help you out. You know? That's just me. Alright, did I get it back? That was just a little advertisement in there. There we go. I got it back. Oh, we'll go back. Dwayne Johnson tweeted, 2022, rest in peace to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, a great woman who sat on the throne as long as anyone in British history. Sad she will never get to see Black Adam in theaters October 21st. That is a tragedy. Did anyone actually see Black Adam? I don't know anybody that actually watched that movie. Anybody? I feel like people that goon scroll have watched Black Adam, you know? Or people that read Stephen King books. That's just me. There's a certain genre of white women that read Stephen King books that they're probably Marvel people as well. They probably have boyfriends that are like Marvel people that wear circle glasses. That's just me. Dirty Pete sent a photo, and it's a quote from Ben the Cow from the movie Barnyard. Remember, Otis, there's nothing wrong with tax fraud. What's the law gonna do? Arrest us? We're fucking cows. You know? You guys ever seen a Watusi cow before? Look it up. Look up Watusi. W-A-T-U-S-I. Watusi. They're African cows. Got cool looking horns on them. Just look them up. I don't know. I saw them in person. I was driving in Tennessee, West Tennessee, and I saw Watusi. I was like, I asked the farmer, I'm like, hey, what kind of cows are those? He goes, Watusi. And he said it like that. He was a white guy. Okay. Thanks. What else we got? There's a resume. There's a photo of someone's resume printed. And relevant work experience. I haven't had a job before, so IDK what to put on here, but I would be good at it. Just trust me. And it's a photo of of Donkey. He's having an existential crisis. You know, work resumes don't really mean much anymore. Goes through the ATS, applicant tracking system, for most jobs now. It's an AI that reads and searches for keywords for those of you that are looking for jobs and you want to be really honest on your resume. Depending on which company you go for, most corporations now don't use actual people. I'm sure you know that. That's why there's about 200 plus applicants for a job. And when you go on to Indeed, because they use the ATS, the applicant tracking system. It's an AI that will find keywords related to the company, and then they will send it up to a hiring office in HR that's probably in a different state than where you're applying for. And you got to go through like a 12-step process just to get an interview. So that's why the job market's down right now. That's why people are struggling, and that's why the great noticing is happening, and that's why people don't like the people in the funny hats with the long curly hair around their ears. Anyway, just because Fallout 3 is trending, guys, I just wanted to remind everyone that I textured feral ghouls using pictures of packaged meat. What? Oh, that's cool. Thanks. I mean, look it up. Look at the Discord if you want to see a feral ghoul with packaged meat. You know? Cool. And then when life gets so cooked, you pull out this combo. Red Dead Redemption 2 and Spotify. I'm going to say it here, guys. Red Dead Redemption 2, haven't played it. I don't think I will. I'm not trying to drop 200 plus hours into a game how I know it's going to end. We know Arthur dies. And I know that you build up your character. You know, you build up your character and you can play through. You can do good honor, bad honor, low honor, high honor, whatever. Decent story. You get betrayed at the end and you die. It's like, cool. That doesn't really interest me. Tapping A simulator is what I call it. If you play it on Xbox, you're just always running. You're tapping A. That's why I didn't really like GTA that much. I'm not trying to spam A to freaking run. I'm not trying to have my thumb get abs just to play a video game. Don't really care for it too much. I watched a lot of Westerns growing up. Red Dead, not really my cup of tea. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me with this, but it's also kind of gentrified, guys. Not gentrified. Yeah, it's also kind of gentrified. It's kind of liberalized a little bit. I don't care for that. If you want me to explain why it's kind of liberalized, there's just the modern video game market and Rockstar, you know, there's a lot of little things in there. I know it's historical, like the women's suffrage movement was going on, and there was that. But it's just certain characters in there that they had to put in there, and then they kind of give them respect. It's like, Arthur's not the racist guy. It's like, oh, okay, of course he isn't. Because you're playing him, you're forced not to be, even though it's a free choice game. I'm not saying you should be racist to characters in video games. I'm saying if it's supposed to be a free choice game, you should have the option to not have, you should only have white people in your crew. Just saying, because that's more historical than anything. Just saying there. A couple hundred years ago, they didn't like each other. Different races didn't like each other. You think they don't like each other now? They didn't like each other then. Style said, it's a photo of a Skyrim character. It's Oblivion. The new Oblivion smoke spot. YouTube's new tactic of constantly showing me at least one video with like 200 views from some channel I've never once watched has finally struck gold. And it's the new Oblivion smoke spot. That's pretty fire. If you guys want to see the Oblivion smoke spot. You know? This dude is living in, which bedroom are you falling asleep hardest in? Or which toilet are you taking a shit the hardest in? Remember when that was a thing going on? Still happens. Still pops up in my feed occasionally. Oh, and Jake Underwood sent a photo on Facebook Marketplace to Style, and it says, this looks like something the Pigeon would drive, and it's a 1986 Chevy Suburban from Scottsdale. Yes, it is, Jake. Of course I would drive. Dude, that thing has, 8 seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Sorry. 6 seats in it, or whatever. That thing could fit so many people. You wouldn't drive an 86 Chevy Suburban. You wouldn't try it at least once. That thing would rock. That thing would be awesome, dude. You know how many cute little kids you can have in there? You know how many cute little Catholic kids you can have in there? You know? Whoa, guys. Okay? I don't mean it like that. Catholics are known for having a lot of children in big cars and vans. That's what I mean. Relax. I know Styles' eyebrows perked up a little bit when I said that. I know it did. And then he's going, no, I didn't. Okay. I'll do a few more. I'll do two, 3 more. Let's see what we got. Let's scroll through here. And then next week, I'll finish off. Or next month, I'll do some of the other ones. And it's a post from Dirty Pete, and it is, I am going to disintegrate Hatsune Miku. Sounds like something Shane would say. Guys, you want me to start a poll in the Styles Web Radio Discord of whether Shane should dress up as Hatsune Miku this Halloween? I think that'd be a good idea. I think he'd pull it off. Shane from Off Air, check out Off Air. I think he could pull off a Hatsune Miku. Yeah. And then one more. It's a photo of a Greek sculpture or plaster bust on a computer, and then a Roman bust. And the Greek one says, I respect your opinion, but I disagree with it, and I'll explain why. You see, ... And the Roman says, blow it out your ass. You know what? Yep. The Romans, I've never been in that phase where I was like the guy trying to go down that deep dive of Roman history. Like, why are guys always so obsessed with Rome? I mean, they're cool. It's cool history. But corruption is boring. And power is boring. And sin is boring. And the Rome had it. All countries have it. I like virtue. I'm a big fan of virtue over here. Virtue is never boring. Heroism is never boring. Humility is never boring. Pride, lust, gluttony, sloth, avarice. Boring. Very boring. It's all the same. Different tactics. What is it Reznov says in Black Ops 1? The flag may be different, but the methods are the same. Just think of that. You know? This is a Pigeonhole, episode 49. You know? That's a good one, I think. Coming out next month. Again, Styles Web Radio Discord page. Put your stuff in there. You can go into the app now, WSRR app, and just listen to us. We always have, we're streaming 24/7, so just listen to it if you want to support local musicians, especially. We love our local musicians. Support them on the WSRR app. It's a great app. I listen to it all the time when I'm at work. See you guys later.
In the night, with the groove so bright, the pitch takes flight, shining his light. Tweets from the timeline, nonsense and glee. Breaking it down, come vibe with me. Tweet of the week, it's never blink. Free like a leak. Laughter's the goal, that's what we see. In the pigeonhole, let the laughter roll. Even Sanofsky, he's ridiculous tweets, we're never alone. Join the Minute Cast and make it your own.
Preceding program is a StylesRebelRadio.com production.